Hey, what's going on, Rattlers? So, have you ever wondered if zookeepers that work with reptiles all day in a zoo actually keep and work with reptiles in their own homes like we do? Well, I'm here in Southern California at Andre Mondin's house, and he's going to give us a little tour and a little insight into what a zookeeper keeps in their own reptile families. I'm Dāv Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures.
At Zilla, we are dedicated to the innovation of caging, lighting, and equipment solutions that provide proper husbandry for your pet's long and happy life. To see our entire catalog, visit zillarules.com.
So, this is Andre Mondin. You are a zookeeper at one of the big zoos down here in San Diego, and what do you do at the zoo?
Well, my job is as a hospital keeper. So every zoo they have the string keepers, right? So you have the keepers that take care of the carnivores, you have the keepers that take care of the elephants. Being a hospital keeper, I'm responsible for everything. So basically, since the little birds all the way to a gorilla, whatever comes to the hospital, I'm responsible for it. Not just the daily husbandry, but also I have to come up with ways to give them medications. I have to come up with different ways to restrain the animal for injection in a way that it's safe for the animal and for everybody else involved in the procedure. It's a pretty fun job. I got to work with every single animal. It's never the same. It changes every time. You go from a little bird to a tiger, back to iguana.
So not only do you work in a zoo, but you also have a zoo right here at home.
Yes.
And you have some of the most incredible reptiles.
So this is I have actually two here. I just got them a couple weeks ago from a friend. He was moving out of town. It's supposedly to be a pair, but those are Manuka green trees. And it turns out to be, the other one is here. They're both in shed right now. They're both females.
Not ideal for breeding.
Yeah. This is my female basin. Full stripe. Lots of white.
Yeah, that is a classic basin.
Yeah.
Now, where did this one come from?
This one actually came from Joe Switkowski.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And she's great. I mean, never miss a meal. Sheds perfectly all the time. Really good snake.
So, the last time I saw a blackhead this beautiful, it was on Jason Hood's table at Daytona or Tinley or whatever. This came from Jason Hood, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm pretty, most of my stuff, well, some of my stuff, they're all hatched here. But every time I bring a new animal to my collection, I have to make sure it comes from a really good
Absolutely.
breeder. Really good bloodline and genetics. And, when you talk about blackheads, I mean, Jason is the guy. This is a Swiss line female. And again, I only have a female. I have no intention of breeding those guys. It's just I really like the species. Yeah, that's some of the thing in the reptile world. I mean, people think just because you have one, you have to get another one and breed them and produce them. And, you, first of all, you have to be responsible, right? I mean, they're still living beings. So every time you're breeding snakes, you have to have in mind, it's a living thing. I'm going to have to care for it. And I'm going to have to be responsible, find a good home for it. The fact that I have 20 females doesn't mean I'm going to breed all 20 of them.
Exactly right. Look at that. The Boelen's python. I don't know of a single person on the planet that doesn't love a Boelen's python.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I was actually surprised how many times those guys shed in relation to other snakes. It was a kind of worry at first when I first got them. I asked some people, yeah, that's normal for those guys. They do more often than other pythons.
Wow, look at that iridescence. Look at that. Whoa. When you get in that natural sunlight, what a beautiful snake. So now, how old is this one?
This guy's 4 years old now, almost 4 years old.
4 years.
Yeah.
Wow. And where did this one come from?
It came from John Levy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
John's Jungle.
Yep. I traded with a few green tree pythons that I had at the time. It was part cash, part green trees.
Nice.
And he was happy with my green trees. I'm happy with his bowling.
Right. So moving back over to the continent to the south of where the Boelen's pythons are from, we've got the diamond pythons in here. And you can, when you see a diamond python crossed with a carpet python, you know it. But when you see, a 100% diamond python,
it's totally different.
It's a totally different snake, and it is a much much more beautiful snake. I don't know. I think I would call these starry night pythons, but
Yeah, those are
you
like
know.
my second favorite species after
After
the boelens.
boelens, right?
But also something that I always wanted.
Now these are kept cooler. These are more montane in the wild.
Yes.
They like cooler, wetter climates than carpet pythons do. Certainly more than boelens pythons do up in New Guinea. So how are you controlling the temperature of this enclosure?
So even though this cage has a under tank heater, I don't use it.
Right.
Of course, depending on the time of the year. And also, this room has an air conditioning. Right
Over there,
behind
yeah.
there. So I can control the temperature this way. I make sure this is always like humid. I'm always spraying them.
Right, and keeping it on the bottom,
Yes.
naturally has a much cooler enclosure. All right, so we've got green tree pythons, we've got the emerald tree boas, the ATBs, we've got the beautiful boelens down here, but this is just room number 1.
Yes.
Let's go check out room number 2
number
here.
2.
All right, so moving into room number 2 here. So I see that you're utilizing the rack system like every other keeper does.
Yes. So most of the snakes are ball pythons, right? So I have to make sure all my animals, they have the proper size enclosure. As you see in the other room, they're big cages, a lot of branches and stuff. Here, most of them are ball pythons, so that's what they like. So there's some breeding going on there. That's kind of end of the season.
I was just going to say, that's a pretty late breeding.
Yeah, I know. This is a ivory, orange dream, Anchi, possible fire, to a female super Anchi, super orange dream, yellow belly, pastel, pinstripe.
That is going to be a powerhouse collection.
So yeah, that's a lot. So this is my high, I don't know how they call, high intense orange dream, whatever is the terminology for it. But this is just a regular OD pie. There's no pastel or yellow belly or fire. She's really bright.
She is extremely
really
bright
nice
for just a
snake.
orange dream pie.
Yes.
Nothing else in her but
Nothing
orange
else.
dream pie.
It was to a male orange dream hat pie to a female white wedding.
That is an incredible looking snake.
So, but I still like them. It's still nice. I mean, they still sell. They're still nice snakes. They're calm. They're easy to keep. They're easy to breed, and you know.
I love them.
This is a really cool little guy. This is a super orange dream clown.
Wow. Man, orange dream is the gene that everybody should have in their collection. I mean, it just makes, if this was a normal clown, it would be gorgeous.
Yeah.
Add that orange dream and it just makes it gorgeous plus one.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
So this is a female leopard blade orange dream clown hat pie.
Wow. And if this was male, I would be making you an offer.
So this is a super orange dream Anchi yellow belly hat pie, and this is a male.
Wow. It really is cool that as a zookeeper, you're into ball python morphs and work with a lot of them and breed them and enjoy them.
Oh,
That is really
like
cool.
I said, it's interesting. It's exciting to see what's going to come out of the egg, especially when I have so many genes.
Right.
But again, not everything is ball python. So this little guy, this is my only holdback from that female in the other room. It's a blue line, white face. The male was a Cyclops pewter, so lots of blue here.
All right, so there is basically what you keep in your house here, but outside,
Yes.
you've got
You have
some,
stuff outside besides the birds.
besides the
that you
birds,
just
right,
saw.
that we just filmed for the Animal Adventures channel, but we got to go check out your gators.
Okay, let's go.
So you go to work in a zoo, and then you come home to your own zoo.
Exactly. It never ends. It's not just the animals, but all the maintenance on the property. Everything that goes. We have beehives and hoofstock and gators.
And gators.
This is Dexter. Hi, Dexter.
Oh, look
Come
at
on,
Dexter coming up.
I don't have any food for you. He's a nice guy. Those are like one of my favorite animals, and I wish I could keep more gators in here, but
Right.
as you know, Southern California drought,
Yep.
we can't have lots of water stuff. So
Wow. He is a good-looking gator now.
Yeah. So this is not by accident. So this is pounds big enough for his whole life. So this is 12 by 8. So I'm expecting to get to 10 feet. Right now I'm just filling water all the way half through it, because that's more than enough for him right now.
Right.
But once he gets bigger, of course, I just gonna add water. For now, a lot of people think I'm joking when I say that, but for now, this is actually good because it forces them to exercise, right?
Sure.
To go in and out of the water.
Gives them a bit of enrichment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this enclosure, you have everybody's dream alligator.
Yeah, her name is Brownie. She's a 2.5-year-old albino alligator. She spends the day here in this propped outside pen, and she spends the night in a tank inside the house. As you can see, everything's protected, and I have this high-tech shit here.
Yeah.
Because they can't have direct sunlight.
Right.
It just burns their skin.
Right, they don't have the melanin to protect them.
And also, the substrate is really important to me. I don't like to keep animals that sterile environments. I see a lot of albino alligators, and people keep them clean and shiny. Everything's a carpet or it's a wood deck, and that's not always the best for the animal. So, I mean, as you can see, she's really dirty.
Right.
She likes to roll in the dirt. She likes to dig. She likes to go under stuff.
That's what alligators do.
And that's what she's going to do.
All right, so this guy was from Mr. Bass Stealing Heflick.
I know. Yeah, Sean was really nice. I got this from him. Every single question I have, every single text I send him, right away, text me back, no problem, calls me, give me all the information I need. Really nice guy to deal with.
Yep.
And really nice animal. Oh,
yep.
Are you done?
And I'm a better fisherman than he is. He will.
We all are. I'm hoping one day Hillary, my animal trainer wife.
Yep.
She'll help me train those animals.
Well, on that note, I will ask the question: is training birds any different than training reptiles?
Not really.
Yeah.
Training is all about look at the animal's body language, look for the behavior,
right?
And reinforce in the right moment. So it doesn't matter if it's a bird, if it's a mammal, if it's a reptile.
Exactly.
You do need to know about that specific animal,
right?
What that body language means. What the behavior means. As you know, like wagging tail for some animals is not the same as a dog wagging tail. It's gonna mean something different. So we just need to know that. But as far as reinforcing and look for the right cues, that's pretty much the same.
Guys, I gotta say, I have always wondered what zookeepers actually keep in their home reptile families, and man, Andre has some amazing stuff. So anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.